different to the rest of the map, and I think that's kind of why it kind of makes it very interesting. Not dissimilar to what you were saying about kind of the Campo Militar ending, of course. But let's get into it. Game number 4 now as we head into the plane, and once again we get kind of a center plane position.
Yeah, still up from the north here, but this time further up north than the previous matches we've had. Reciprocity out again in Alcantara, and I feel like this is going to hurt them a little bit. I really want to see them switch it up and maybe go center. Maybe they're going to do that tomorrow.
Hey, it's what I like about them. They commit to a strategy and they hold tight to it for the 5 games. They're going to see how it works, and I'm sure they'll go home tonight and make a couple of changes. But I think this is the calling moment for some of these teams on the bottom to say, you know what, we're going to put in some points. We don't want to go home way behind tonight. There is not a ton of games. I mean, we're still only in 3, but it's sort of the flags are being set. So the question is, with the flags in the ground, with the drops now determined on who's going where going forward, it's time to stand up and say, this is my house, I deserve to be here, and get yourself into the top 10.
Great opportunities for all of the teams here once again with the plane path. Let's head over to the commentators as Pansy and Sims are going to bring us all the action for game number 4.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for that final word there, Martin. Appreciate it. But also, guys on the desk, wonderful way to set this one up. Still so much to be seen. We are barely into this group, really. It's a long old bit of PUBG coming up. So, you know, really get settled in. Hopefully you've got your cup of tea, maybe a cheeky beer, who knows. Maybe you've got yourself some little snack, little something to watch this with, because this would be a good one.
I think someone's about to die. I'm just looking at the... Oh, this...
It's Mira.
Is that the...
Exact same.
Is Miramar living up to the actual name? It's almost the same flight path we've had the 3 times, and that is an exactly carbon copy of the previous circle. Now, positive, negative effect. Let's look at both angles here. Positive effect. If you'd have done that.
Oh, Andy, go on. Go on. Be the streamer that we know you are. Go on. No, not going to happen.
I mean, it's worth it. Win it. Why not? Go on, son. Bang him.
God, he's waiting for cut.
You'd love to see it, wouldn't you?
Ah.
You don't want to see no playing adverts.
Get back to work, casters. You're just sitting there enjoying Andy's stream. It's not how this works.
So we can look at this from last time.
Yes.
Will people kind of commit and say, look, okay, well, we did this wrong. We can tighten up on it. Or will people completely and utterly change what they did on the previous one? We saw a few early kills when we come into the rotations, mainly around that southern eastern bank. Method, obviously, things didn't go wrong. We're looking at them now, landing in the usual spot time and time again over in Picardo. Toffee's mentioned it perfectly on the desk. Everyone now knows where everybody's going to be. If you don't, then you haven't been paying attention and you're not playing this game properly. You need to know where all your teams and all your enemies are going to be. Your coach in the back's going to be watching all these games and coming to you saying, okay, this is where you went wrong. This is where we need to go. This is going to be around you. This is where players are going to be looting and rotating, for example. So you have to be ready to put the effort in, to do your homework, to speak to your coach, and for him to be on top of his game and giving you the incentives of what to improve on. Now we have the same circle. There is that chance to do that. You can look back and say, okay, well, we balls this up. We'll do this instead. If you're the Sauna boys, for example, who's on your screen right now, for them it's, well, not a problem, lads. We'll just do exactly what we did before. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You would think. But if everyone's going to change things up, it's just going to be a big bag of RNG. Who knows? What we do know is that mainly that northern western edge is going to be empty.
Yes, it should be. Team Ready, doing incredibly well. Put themselves in good positions. They've been kind of surprising a lot of people. I think, again, the desk has said it. But they are a team that had a couple of question marks by a couple of players, or one in specific, and so far so good for them. I mean, it's certainly not GLL performance, so great to see them doing well, being well within that top 5. So see if that continues going forward. Someone who isn't is M19. Not exactly in the big play just yet. Same drop. Circle not favouring. Moonwolf, same position. Again, as you said, relatively similar at this point. Most people know where they are. Curious how it unfolds. If there is going to be anyone caught on that rotation. And let's see if anyone does get caught on the way. We did see Method having a lot of scraps early on. That's something I think you kind of touched on.
Yeah.
They did have a lot of battles quickly. We saw, I think, 2 players potentially getting knocked around, and then Andy got picked up. I mean, I'm seeing what they can do. Now, this team, to me, has been... I mean, I wasn't looking at them to be, a big name coming into this, and they have really looked not only good, but consistent, which is a rare combo, it feels. Normally, it's like, oh, they have one good game, and then they go quietly into the night. Nice MK14. Love me one. But no, they've been consistent, and they've shown us a brilliant game.
950 points as well. That's where you want to be sitting. 800, that's in second place. Above them, we do have Accelerate, 1,144. That's some big boy numbers. Further afield, Team Ready, 808. Sauna Boys, 760. What a difference a win can make. And then in fifth place, Reciprocity, a rather unfortunate ending, so to speak. We did see one extremely sneaky Beaver just hiding inside the broken down garage, which reared its head at the wrong time and caused them all kinds of problems, to be honest with you. Teams that really need to, you know, you drop off further afield, you're looking towards your top 8. Obviously, we can only have half of them advancing from this. Moonwolf as well, been putting up some really good numbers so far. Things going well for some, things going not so well for others. It's generally the overall story.
Richard.
Go on.
I'll give you 1 beer or a non-alcoholic beverage. I've got some juice boxes down here, which are very nice.
What flavour?
Grape or apple. I actually quite like the... no, excuse me, not grape. It's cherry.
We'll take apple.
All right, so that's on the line. Toxic dies first. The bet is...
That's a toxic comment in itself. Horrible, horrible woman.
Shut up. Ban me.
So if they don't, does that mean that I get
You get the
apple
juice box.
juice?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, fine.
You taking that?
All right, Toxic going to win this one. Straight up.
All right. Well, there we go. The bet's been made.
Do I also get like a bonus round for M19 to die first?
No.
No.
Just one.
Feels bad. Anyway, general looting phase. Obviously, it's getting a little bit late in the day. That's absolutely no excuse whatsoever. It's just a bit of a slower start. Everyone now knows where everyone's going to be and what's going to hopefully happen along the way. You should be expecting teams to be in certain positions. There should be a general pattern of how teams like to rotate.
No. Krillian in the cupboard.
I'm okay with it.
Away.
Oh, don't you dare.
Oh.
Imagine if he hit one in the back of the head. I'd
Not
be
happening.
so triggered if it
The
if
tilt.
It, yeah.
It's like the classic, just like launch mouse off death. Just shot it. Just, you know.
That's me,
yeet it
don't
out.
forget. Oh, why did they let us cast together again?
I don't know.
It's questionable. Method doing exactly the same as the previous round. They'll be taking the same compound. Or am I talking rubbish here? They might have gone further afield. Where's this?
They were further away.
Okay.
It was the next circle where they ran into
Not too far.
the other Finns.
Power grid will be nice for them. It's a good amount of area. They can hold it down. They can all been well keeping the.
Toxic are doing the exact same thing though, so we'll see how that goes.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Ira's found a crate, ladies and gentlemen. Ira has found a crate. He's got the MK. He'll be laughing with that
What
one.
a great day.
Da, 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 da.
Look, it's gotten late. All right, it's past the watershed. It's like 10 p.m. here. I'm tired. I'm allowed to be a little bit loopy.
The time zone is weird here.
Ah, it's baffling, isn't it?
I'm so confused.
Nah, I don't understand.
I'm ahead of my wife for the first time in my life. It's so weird.
Yes. Let's have a look at who's in danger, who's not, who's safe, and who's still on rotations. Actually, that's a lot of things. We probably won't tell you all of that. Toxic 2-2 split. So 2 still up in the north, 2 a little bit more central. The Sauna Boys have started to do the 2-2 themselves. And Rec looking for a slightly different route, relatively similar, but they might come across the Sauna Boys quite early on. So that could be a potential fight. Fun 1-2. Method have found a quiet spot. Not too close. Q-Rage in too far away, but no one's at the door. So again, good news for them.
I think the only thing they could do better, and this is just a personal preference, it would be nice for somebody to run over to the long compound on the back side of Power Grid and just have them, because you can jump up inside the like the ledges inside that big hangar and look outside the windows. If they just had a little scout down there.
Well, we've already got.
It's working.
And they got the confirmed kill at that range.
Christ, that's a distance.
That's a
Where's
nice
that?
one.
How many meters is that?
I actually don't know.
It's 16 points. Either way, you look at it. And it's a warning to anybody else who is fancying coming up this way. So Method in a really good spot here. They should have the next circle as well.
Who's
But again,
outside?
it's only one compound. That's my only concern with it.
So we've got Team Ready still out there, or at least some of Team Ready still out. Rye working their way in. I think that's wanted. The Others side. They are. Where are they? They're safe. They're out towards the northeast. They're still fine.
Oh, Maverick.
This is a bit of a dangerous spot, though.
His tyre's gone, and so is he. There's a couple of Mavericks lurking somewhere behind, I think. Oh, yes, in the distance. You can see I've opted to OES rather than trying to say the name because I just don't want to butcher it anymore. I've got the highlighted Maverick on the desk as well. really banging little player.
Yeah.
So he's got himself on this team and made it here and playing for a spot in the Pro League. I think we really kind of touched on how life-changing and quite important this is for some of these young players, right? This is insane.
This is huge. This is a chance to get into the Pro League, if you want to look at it that way. I know it's not called a Pro League, but it's, you have your contenders and you have your Tier 1 level. They're going to get himself the MK and obviously all the threes to support. Now, again, this is the thing. This means you can look at this like a real career now. I know a lot of these teams are sponsored, so they do get full support from the squads they're in. There's been lots of prize money, but this is Pro League. This is consistency. That is what they are fighting for. This is life-changing for these players. And it may seem a while off yet, 'cause we're in the first day, and it's still a long couple of days to go. But still, you want to be starting this early. And some of these players are. Trefeli is showing what he's got. He played wonderfully in the early games. Big performance. We've seen what he can provide here. Moonwolf. Again, they always seem so erratic in movement, don't they? They're always on the move. They're always on the go, taking fights here, there, and everywhere. But they have, again, just got themselves moving around. No team gone down just yet. 63 players still alive.
This bugger's here. The death of Wreck, I want to call him. Sneaky Ims. Last game just hiding in the corner of that building. I mean, it was a good play for him, to be fair. You can't knock it in any way, shape or form. It just completely messed up Wreck's chances when they were looking so good. And Mantine just pulling in for a tyre change. There's the keys, mate. Sort it out, quick fit. Other car places are available. Rustam Man, try Philip. They got long range weapons. They got a Car 98 and we got a mini on there. Rustam Man's going to opt to go for the off-road aspect. I'm a big fan. Just don't, and he's stuck.
Why did you say that? Oh, that's a nice new little different circle. A little bit south here. Method must be laughing. Unless they want to go a bit more central. A bit too much of a risk, I feel, for them. And you can see Sauna Boys, GS, everyone's trying to get to this certain area. This is actually hugely contested.
Rustam opts to turn away from that one. He was going down, but now we'll be opting up. Q Ridge. Obviously, Koss just give him a few bullets in a warning shot, so he'll opt to turn away from that. The rest of his team will come and follow through. And now they can all push together, potentially. They might just hold this one down. Are they inside the circle? No, they're not. So they do. They're just on the edge.
Yeah, they can easily wiggle their way in.
There could be, for them, in their own mind, do we hold this road? People will be coming this way. Now, that's some revenge for you. Rafi onto the headshot with the SLR. Team it, and then Hex comes in.
Oh, look at Hex, excuse me. And Sauna Boys are in the similar position to where they were before. That's a very similar spot to where they kind of locked Method down from. So clearly they like this route. Clearly this is something they think about. So already getting punished for the repetition, for not trying to think out of the box. Rec obviously didn't know that 100%. It's not like they can sit there and instantly go, oh, okay, last game they did this. They didn't know that. It was Method who found that out. But with the position that Rec just got, they are eyes on here. Sauna Boys on the move. Let's see where they go to find a bit of cover. There's not much available. Nuki's got himself a hillside.
This is rough.
But is that where you want to be going? They are in the open field. You can see him trying to get down south here. The eastern side's quite sparse. A lot more space over there. 3 more teams to be able to work their way.
He's
so they'll get busier. And it looks like he has. It looks, out of the car it goes. Tixu's in trouble. If we can get on board with him, that'd be wonderful. See what sort of vision he has. And you got 2 teams very directly staring him down.
All depends. Galatasaray want to push up any further. They have the ridgeline on them. Jolson going back to help him out. You could see with the vehicle, the arrow just span around, which 9 times out of 10 means it hit the wheel.
Fire.
Yep. Goes for a 360.
He's just been picked up.
No scope, but he's going to no vehicle, that's for sure. Yeah, they've got away with that one, but they're still between a rock and a hard place. I mean, look at the 2 teams that they have. They have Fords on one side and they have GS on another. Meanwhile, Maverick, Lauren throws a pen at the screen.
Shut up.
You
no
angry?
one saw anyone. Anyone?
Mad?
Anything? Tired.
Grumpy.
Brain melting.
Feed me.
Something like that. The other side could be in for some fun. Moonwolf players working their way forward. Not going to hear these steps just yet. Did he get the spot though? Oh, it looks like he might have heard him.
Oh,
O'Connell, he's going to be caught jumping here. Yeah, tags come in. O'Connell is in. He's got to run. Get the hell out of Dodge, O'Connell. Maybe a cheeky nade. Actually, where was Washout? What angle did he have? Was he on top of the buildings or just like a wide peak? That was very interesting. Where was he?
I think he hit him at distance.
I
generally do. I think
it's just like that angle is far as hell. That's a really weird one for him to get it on. But hey, job done. Lovely bit of play from him. Again, just absolutely erratic in nature, it feels.
Second MK14. You'll be happy, Lauren.
I love it.
Plenty of level 3s in play now. Couple of decent bit of range on them as well. That's the 6 times I'm seeing already in Premier. He did some damage. Ooh. He goes for the scope, but the SLR answers right back on him. DMRs and snipers are in abundance. Remember, compared to Erangel, you're just going to see long-range fights time and time again. The knock, the flushes, the pushes, they usually come through when you get that pick and just open up a doorway, you know, find some sort of a crack in the armor that you can go for.
Yep.
Circle, she's pretty good. You called it earlier on, pretty still good for Method. Minor issue here, and I didn't touch on it, but I was about to say it, is Rekka so far advanced in Pozo. If someone wants to kind of flush from behind, they can shoot. Oh, that's the second one coming through. Oh, that's both of them. Bye-bye.
That will definitely do it. Oh, God, they're raining in the nades. Look at this, red diamonds.
Oh, no.
I'm going to push in Lux. Sitting duck here at this point. Can't do anything. He picked up any second now.
He's going to
Senpai just...
He's going to be so scared when he turns around and sees him in the corner.
Just crouched down.
Hello.
What are you doing here? There we go. Doesn't really matter. He's going to bleed out anyway. Job done. Keep eyes on the board. Right, still out of the circle. This is really interesting. These rotations are very curious. New circle. Method still happy. TC happy. Toxic still alive.
I like that you're touching on it at least.
Keeping eyes on my juice box.
Rekka now on the move. They'll move out of Pozo, which will give Team Ready a little bit of an advantage in the fact that they have room to breathe. Where are Rekka going to go, though? There's an oncoming slot directly in front of them, which is the Toxic Boys. They will be right in front of them, down upon them if Rekka opt to take this hill. M19 are now in a position to put some shots down. Look at... It's just going to be a bit of a shooting range. Everyone's going to go for this rotation, and there's going to be so many players just keeping an eye on that road. They are scattered to the wind all along. There's only one main road that goes through this, and then you see the tail off on the mountain edge, which Rekka have taken control of. This is a shooting day. Look
at the southeast of this map. You've got Unsa, and you've got Accelerate. You've got so many teams around this area, if I'm not mistaken. I do believe I am correct. So, the southeast is pretty much the top 5, looking pretty spicy. Because, well, Method aren't there, but, you know, it's basically you've got 3 big teams. You've got Moonwolf in there as well, who've been doing well. Actually, Team Ready, speaking of the top 5, Merc going to find 1, Beautiful Death going to find Shiv and confirm that kill for him. Drufeli did just find Edu, so that's the fight that's about to kick off. If that one really goes for it, we've got a fun bit of fight coming on towards the southeast of this map.
However, Rekka are in a position to, I know they're down in numbers, but they're in a position to potentially hold this one unless they get crashed. Team Ready could just rush them and flush them, to be honest with you. That might be what's happening. I'm seeing a vehicle heading towards Rekka. If we can get eyes on that fire, that'd be absolutely amazing, because this could ensue very, very soon. M19 still looking at TC directly behind them. Falls as well. That's another player just ahead of the pack, so they can hold them in between them. Simsy also pulling up. Unfortunately, that might be the end of Besiktas if there's 2 of them.
Simsy!
Oh,
he's out? How the heck is Simsy even alive? But for a second only, XMPL found it. Constantine confirmed it. It will be M19 getting the kill.
Uber, I didn't order you. Go away. Poor Simsy. Falls up and dies instantly. And Wim out. Tommel, the man who constantly says call blimey, is now thinking that himself, because he's literally a one-man band and a mere go-kart. One with a go-kart trying. I mean, his helmet does kind of blend in, I suppose. Oh, elite player's down. He's down and dead. Rustamar finds him with the mini at range. Takes him out for now. 16 points going the way of Accelerate Gaming, which gives them 128 in total.
Ooh, Sauna Boy. Vilsky just got found.
That's a sniper on sniper action now. Obviously, Jolski's the one that's been popping these heads at range so far. Rekka getting pushed again. Team Ready are wanting to take an advancement on this. The battle for that hill, because that hill extends tremendously into the center of the circle. Yeah, you control that, you might be able to control half the map.
Yeah, it looks like Team Ready have just turned around and noticed that Rekka very close by. I'd love to see that fight. Red Diamonds, though, in the field. Keeping eyes around as best they can. The rest of Team Ready look like they're trying to maybe come and support the 2 who are up on the hill towards the northern side. Couple of shots coming in. That's Senpai laying down the fire. Oh, Senpai gets a little bit of trouble thrown his way. Going to put down to pretty much a 1-shot here. Going to get the heal off just fine. But now it's 3 players, 4 to be soon. Iro's en route towards the northern ridge. This is the fight we want to be seeing. Utility exchange, nades back and forth. A Beautiful Death just rocked up. The deep nade could do really well. Just blew up a little early. And Rafi, you can see them just laying this down. That's a nice one. A little too early again. If they could just get it a touch further, it'd be great. But they're getting shot in the back. The Red Diamonds could third-party Team Ready here. potentially. That's two angles to be very worried about. Skoom goes up for a fight, and actually, it's Jorski. The Sauna boys are joining in. Pin joins in. Team Ready were not ready for this many third parties, this many eyes on them. They're being ripped to shreds, and it looks like they're down to their last option. Iroh gets caught, and I'm pretty sure 6 might be your last man alive.
If he gets a grenade in there, that's 3 of them. That's a lot
who's
of
gonna
points.
get these kills? Who's confirming them?
Oh, I can see him, but he's just clinging on for dear life. The first aid
the
will get
smoke.
off. That's if he gets that grenade, though, that's so many points in the bag. Steps out, and he is down and dead.
So 2 for Rec, 1 for the Sauna boys, and 1 for Red Diamonds.
Talk about splitting the pack.
A
God.
new circle as well in the meantime.
Ooh, all right. Now that puts
East.
a lot of players by the power grid in an awful position.
Yeah.
Now they have to come down from the mountain, and now they have to fight all the people who are just sitting pretty at the bottom. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 teams inside the circle. And they're playing edge as well, because that road in the middle, that's
There ain't nothing there.
no, that's a no-go zone at all. There's literally nothing. Well, there's a cupboard like
Okay.
this. Thank you. Close the door. Bye-bye.
So we have 15 teams currently alive. When that circle confirms shut, we're going to have a lot less. So the
Yep.
kill feed is about to get pretty manic. So teams who have 4 alive are in pretty good compounds will be very happy about this. Rec have a route to run. They're not in too much bother. We are seeing that southeast fight continuing. Moonwolf receiving it from Trefeli. This guy has been playing a big game. O'Connell finds one of the Others aside. O'Connell confirms it as well. Where's the backup? Where's the trade? Not there, not available, not going to come out either. Premi did go down. So Moonwolf finding several fights across the field here. Now they know they're against not only, a top 5 team, but 2 of them.
We'll hold for now and let everyone else rotate around, I would have thought. Method, it's time for them to make a move, and they're on open ground. 2 teams going to be in front of them, but they also need to be careful. We can see on the minimap, left-hand side, that team will also be crashing into them. In fact, that has just caused them to look away.
Oof.
So Method are going to get a bit of a breather here, because this fight ensures them life into the circle. It takes focus away from them. This is awesome.
And here comes that kill feed I was talking to you about. We have Method in trouble. TC just turned it. Garbage Man is there. Divine Arrow is there. Wick down and confirmed. Minox, I think, just got knocked.
No.
Now he gets confirmed killed. This could be Method going down very early here. I genuinely didn't think it was going to be them on the receiving end of this. I thought it could be Odensa. But no, it is going to be potentially Method if they're not careful. They're down to Chris and Andy. And we'll be seeing if anyone can confirm or push forward or do something about it. But no, not the case right now. Everyone's on the run on the edge of that circle on the eastern side, trying to make room in. Moonwolf working their way forward. You do have a team in front of them, and currently it's the leading team. This is huge. Rustenmark, oh no. Rustenmark, that's a little naughty. This could be trouble. They're holding the line. They're going to put their foot down. This could be a big no. Rezu knows there's something going on here. O'Connell is breaking further forward, though, towards the slightly more northern side of things. And oh, they're just going to run past each other. Scooms in the middle of no man's land. Crashed in there, clearly.
I'm surprised Method didn't set the vehicles. They're in power grid for so long. They had all the tanks in the world they could have pushed up with.
Rostamar still in the back of that dumpster. Rezu's working forward. They're locking down these angles, but you had 2 players slip through towards the northern side, so they could find one, potentially 2. Rezu! Oh, Rezu! He's destroyed 2! What an absolute git. He's completely got between them. That is not what they expected at all. Now the support's here. Rezu's... What? How is Pardon?
Smoke. It's a smoke.
Oh, it's got to be a smoke. There had to be one there, yeah, because somehow he's still alive. I think we're going to be seeing them down to just 1 player. That's amazing work from Rezu. Moonwolf now get to flip the situation right back on his head. Accelerate Gaming are probably baffled how that just happened. How are they down to 1 man when they had 4?
Chris has been knocked also, but he did take 1 player out, which jumps them up into position, so 16 points, and also now into your top 14.
O'Connell just found Trefeli.
Yep, he's gone, so that must be surely 1 left, I would have thought. O'Connell's lingering around on his own, and he'll be able to get Chris back up. The smokes are alive. Again, no vehicles whatsoever. They're in no man's land. They're in open territory. They are on foot. Wells, he's down. Force finds a toxic player. That's a kill as well, confirmed. So 16 points moved their way. We lose another player. 40 individuals live. Vesterlock, that's a big fragger removed from Red Diamonds. M19, they also fall as well. Example, he's gone. He's buried 6 feet under. Now Squeaky, I think, how many men are left for Accelerate? He's the last player, man. So doing some work on his own. That's pretty good to see.
Oh, that nade coming through. Woo! Constantine, Wanderer, all punished. M19 shattered, but a third party's joined in on this fight with the Moonwolf side, and it's just down a washout now. You saw one of them just get picked up. I think it was just one of the other players in front. Gonna get the heal off, but needs to get moving. Only has 2 more to go through, so he should be able to squirm his way in. Potentially, I think he might just be done for here, trying to stay alive. Squeaky is ahead. Flack's gone down. They're being locked out of this one. He's desperately trying to stay alive in this, praying a team gets picked up. He's got 1 more med pack to go through.
Toxic stepping up, falls inside the hut. He knows he's away from these grenades now. They're just missing the doorway, going up and over.
Watch out. Oh, he's going to take one with him. Is it? Yes! Oh my god, he just jumped a point. I'm pretty sure he just took down Accelerate Gaming, then jumped up himself by staying alive for an extra second.
Wow, okay. Fair play to him then.
Wait, Andy's gone down. Is Chris still alive?
He is. I haven't seen Chris fall, so him and Besiktas both with 2 individual players. Excuse me, 1 individual player. Iggy causes problems. Scoom.
Oh, the flaming car going past. Dodge out of the way of it.
Poor Hawken. Turned
right.
up. It's on the boys again, same as before,
yeah.
Lauren, where they just got a hillside and a tank load of snipers.
Yeah, let's take a little bit of stock here because we've been going a million miles an hour because it has been a lot of action. As we said, we had 15 teams alive prior to this circle, and it hasn't even been confirmed shut yet. Ryan still on the move, still trying to get to that little bit of a dip that they can get some respite from. The smokes, as you can see, pluming. We just get a little bit of extra vision there. They're trying to run the line, which they've done well. So, Chris doing nicely. 1 goes down. Divine Arrow caught. Corfest is on the other side. That's for a bit of a move, trying to get forward towards the dip. Wait, what just happened?
Chris just helped them out. Now he has to take another fight. He literally, he's banged 1 team, which then was picked up by Q-Rage. So he helped 1 individual player in the kill feed. Now it's literally Chris as a 1-man army. He needs to try and get, there's a full team on his left-hand side. 1 individual player in the form of, I believe that's a Toxic guy, just, his gear's not great. Is he missing a vest? I can't tell.
Whatever it is, not looking good. Toxic.
No,
looks like
he's
the
gone.
remaining player gone
10.
for. Method has been eliminated, and I think Toxic might have been as well at the same time.
Ooh,
yep, so we are down to the top 8 now.
Just misses out in the single digits. I think he's definitely come for a play. You can see the bullet traces will come through. Furia and MCMV have got together at least for Galatasaray. Sid and his partner in crime. Between a rock and a hard place, MC will be able to get an eye on the prize when we look down the Kar-98 barrel. Meanwhile, no helmet there on 1 of the players. No helmet on 2 of the players, but still 4 alive, which is good.
Yep.
They don't have the circle. All this has been going on. Tommel's still chilling. Just as a side note.
Good old Tommel. How has he done this? No one knows, but he has.
It's been 1 with the go-kart.
Oh, Scoom. That's created so much room now on the other side. You could see the peak was so he could get a nade in, potentially create an avenue for them to get out of this position, but it's backfired terribly. Furia, going to be your last man alive, I'm pretty sure. Some of the boys, though, still showing their presence, putting a couple of shots in, keeping Rek humble. And you're going to peek that back in? Is he baiting this? I don't think Scoom's that aware. I really don't. He could be doing it to bait in Raffi, potentially. I think he might be trying to. I don't know. But on the move we go. Blue is coming.
Yep, and unfortunately, it's directly into...
Wait, what, Tommel? Oh, Tommel! Does he steal the kill? He does as well. Fast rail gets confirmed here. Tommel hits the deck, has to get back up and try and find the fight, but it's too little too late. Higgy is there. Tommel goes down. And then it's another team eliminated.
Hey, 8th place and 16 points for a kill ain't bad because they lost a lot of players along the way. So it's... Oh, they just... Ims finally gets found, but he does at least put 1 down before he goes out. So
we know what he can do if he doesn't get spotted out.
It's hide and peek every single day for him. He's laughing. 7 teams then remain. Raffi sees 1. That's a silenced SLR.
Fury
4
is
times
still
on the
here.
back. Is he? Oh, he is.
Fury hasn't moved far.
So that was a good split then from them to be able to do that. They just lost 2 by splitting up. They're now still in the game.
Yep.
If they'd have been together, they might have all unfortunately fallen.
Potentially. You can see them checking this. They don't want to be called off again. I mean,
you're going to be
so... worms his way in. This is, you don't know, right? But you're going to be as meticulous as you can. Furia is waiting this out as best he can. Sid is in the background. He's not far off. You can see him further forward, but Furia now is going to hear these steps. You can imagine he's getting those butterflies in the stomach. Hands get a little sweaty here. Look at this angle. Surely that's not going to work out for him. Surely those bullets go into the box and they get a shot on him. We're going to find out. Hacksteady might have just spotted him. I think he has. There it is, Hacksteady. You're not going to get away with that twice against Rek, it seems. Remainders of the Red Diamonds trying to work their way forward, but the Sauna boys under pressure this time. Not going to get away with the complete 4 alive, it feels.
Raya doing work as well. That's 3 back-to-back-to-back. Sid's fallen.
There it is. Jorski gets confirmed as well.
And that makes it 13. Sid finally goes down, kills himself. He's out in the blue, trying to just get as high up in the kill feed as possible. Wanted with that mutant, though. Several taps came through. Hacks locks on like a laser beam. Takes down Tiz. Scoom with a follow-up nade. Doesn't realize there's not too many left. It's an insta-confirmed. More grenades go down, so Scoom obviously receiving some fire. He knows that remainders of the Sauna Boys are lingering. It's just Nookie on his own.
In the smoke.
In a field.
There's nothing else.
But a dream.
You've got to hope that Rec have utility. If they don't have smokes, they're going to have to trade players, right? Rafi's got one. You just saw him switch to it.
Oh, Senpai's here as
going to
well.
play for placement. He's going to wait as long as he can, right? That's the name of him. He's further behind Rec of getting to the circle. Now, let's look who's good. Forza, right in that little cabin, that one cabin. Cup of Magic tries to make his shots count when he can, but Scoom does make it in. And, well, Scoom's going to be playing the long game, it feels. Got himself stuck in there, and he's still not in the circle, though. That's the problem. They're still not safe even there.
Gotta be aware of it. Oh,
found Nookie, though. There it is. That's good work.
So they can push and use. They can use the defilade. All right, it dips down
much.
here. There isn't much, but it might just be enough to stay alive. It's this Hello Senpai guy that's going to cause them. Oh,
no,
he's been spotted. Maverick has essentially just saved Rec from any kind of backdoor run, so to speak, where they'll just, like what happened before. They just came out of nowhere. One player completely crushed their chances of getting first place and messed it all up.
So Riot Gaming and Rec basically are the ones who look like they're the big
split,
shot.
Lauren.
We're going to see if that works out, though, because keep eyes on these guys. I know it looks obnoxious, but they are so central. They can just sit in here. No one's going to get that close. No one can really nade that, I don't think, at that sort of range. Maybe if you've got a real arm on you, potentially, but I don't see it happening. So they're going to be ones to be dug out of here. Axetti could fall. Now everyone's moved further forward. The cheeky bastards. Wanted. Going to find the remainder of Courage. And we are down to 3
He's
teams.
done so much work with this mutant, because now we're into that like 200-meter range. This is the 2-tap gun. If he's got that on 2-time tap, he's going to cause so many problems and rip so many faces.
Now, you've got to say that right now still have the better side of the circle because you've got a little defilade. I guess they have the 4Z team to get up against, you know, G-Power in there and Alley, but Axetti, Rafi, and Scoom have the new circle. They can inch a little closer, right? But you can see this little dip here is excellent for them. It's just enough for a crouch peek up and over. 8 kills as well for this team. Couple of Magic and Wanted doing well, and they could be the team to get the nades in. They can get close enough to do this, and you can see that's why they're jump peeking. Now they know, okay, guys, we might need to actually use our nades, our smokes to try and get out of here because we are in danger, to say the least. Does he 2-tap? Oh, please. Nope. Jump peek again.
Lauren,
bring me my joy. Cup of Magic.
Oh, you failed.
No, come on.
You can't do that. Come on.
Here we go. Underhand smokes galore. They've got a dead body in there as well, so they might even have an additional one. This is movement time.
He's thrown one himself.
Oh, he's only gone and done it as well.
That's
He's actually got it out as well. Cup of Magic.
Oh, my Lord.
Woo!
That's punishment for you.
That's what you get for missing one nade. Now they have to share this side, pretty much. Rafi, Axetti, Scoom, all in the new circle. Suddenly it's, you know, swings and roundabouts. Suddenly that feels not too bad for them as long as they don't get caught out. Now, Cup of Magic Wanted. Still trying to move forward. This is such a stalemate.
Cup of Magic, you had one job. That was your moment. That was your time to end it all. Yeah, this is kind of like a bouncer on the gates of the club. He's either going to let you in or he's going to kick you out. They're throwing grenades to the opposing side. On the side, oh, they're actually going to... They're going to try and push this? I mean, they're going to do something, right? Smokes are abundance, at least, so they can move out, but you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Initial shots come through. Scoom's allowed to push up. Again, just making everyone aware. He has to be careful of the overextender, though. Here, look at Wanted.
They're holding the line well enough. I mean, they shouldn't fall to that. Scoom should be watching it.
I like the split. I think it's good. It covers all angles.
Axetti's been called to keep eyes on the far right side, essentially. I mean, he's just watching the wide peak, so he can call either side. Perfectly fine. And this is what I mean. It's a stalemate. No team has to, in theory, move yet, obviously. Now, they're going to eventually have to move. Now, if you look at it this way, you saw Rec have a lot of meds. Scoom is geared up on that. Forza are further forward, but Rai have to then run past them, right? So in theory, Rec win this.
I'm looking at the circle. It says, yeah.
In theory.
Because they should be pushed out before Rec should, surely, because of the ground.
Here we go. Let's find out. It could be good trading, though. If Rai hit shots, then it's game back on. Forza, again, will be the last to move, really, because they can just sit that close to it. They can still put up nades. Wait, they've got a nade.
He's been holding this for a while.
Oh. Oh, okay. Out it goes. Didn't get a tag. Tags at this point are pretty big because the blue's going to be moving in, so even getting a little bit of damage, it did do that. So Cup of Magic now needs to be very aware that he is damaged up. If he doesn't have meds, he could be in danger as well. Molly goes out. They're just buying time. This is really smart from them, actually. That's just a time saver. They don't need to do anything yet. They can sit there as long as 1G. I mean, they're good to go. And then it comes down to who hits the bigger boy shots from Rek and Rai, pretty much. Oh, Cup of Magic. Here we go. They're looking for the best way forward. Is there a low ground route? Is there any dips on the side that we can worm our way into? Not really. And the circle continues to get a little bit closer.
Honestly, I can see Rai or Rek killing each other before they kill Falls, and then Falls just stepping out and killing everybody.
Potentially.
Oh, look at how much damage that does, though. You touched by the blue here. This is where it really hits. 20 per tick?
Yeah.
Literally 20% of your health every time that blue touches you. It's not somewhere you want to be. Obviously, Rek don't have any nades themselves. Oh, that's initial knock comes through.
Scoom's gone down, and we saw the damage coming in as well. Maverick did find him. And now Scoom worms his way forward, giving information. Raffi and Haxetti in the blue, though. They're in danger. It's Rai coming in with the kills, and it's going to be Rek going down. And we're down to 2 players against 2. G-Power tries to come up, gets denied. Wanted. He wants it all. And Ali on the other side. Push forward. He has to get out. You cannot stay in that blue. It hurts too much. He has to face the music. Oh,
he got it.
My God.
What?
He turned it around. Are you kidding me? He walks out and gets the kill.
He had no health.
That's insane. That is such sick play, and what a mistake from the other team.
That has